Welcome, guys. Brian here with Off the Mat Podcast with my homie.
Keith McMillan.
Why are we breaking it up like that?
Because I'm getting hyped. Thinking about tonight. Thinking about this weekend. It's January. The first UFC card is about to happen.
Uh-huh.
I'm only excited about the main card, but I'm excited.
I mean, isn't that the way with most cards, though? Like, it's pretty much the main card.
Every now and then, because of the environment we're in and how fortunate we are, we know some, like, fighters on the card and stuff.
Well, yeah, but I actually got some backlash from last episode.
About what?
Because we were talking about the card, and we were like, past Cowboy Connor, like, fucking.
Oh, wait.
Bop.
Now that you said it.
I had someone come.
Grant and all of them are fighting, aren't they?
Well, Grant's not anymore.
Oh.
So we got a lot to catch up on here. I suppose.
Well, you lead.
So one, essentially, I had someone yelling because there's a bunch of people fighting, like Touchy Philly's fighting. I don't know if you know him, Touchy Philly.
I know Philly.
Yeah, Team Alpha Male, love that dude. He's fighting. Yeah, Grant was supposed to fight. So essentially, I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything.
Oh yeah, don't say nothing then.
I just remember that. I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Sorry guys.
I don't know what that's his business. It is
Grant's personal business.
That's not my business to talk about. I ain't saying shit. My bad. I'm tripping.
It's not the same thing he got in trouble before though, is it?
No, he didn't get in trouble for nothing.
Well, I know, but the same reason that kept him out.
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I mean, we know that's public information.
Well, wait. What do you mean? Like, yeah, Nevada's like not allowing it because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is because of that.
Yeah.
That's public information. Okay.
All right. Yeah. I didn't know if that was like, I don't know. It just wasn't my business, so I wasn't gonna.
No, but I mean, it's out though. That's not something like only Glory members or only James and them know. Like,
true.
That's out.
True.
That sucks though.
Yeah. But he's just gonna fight the following weekend.
Okay. We're good.
So he'll be fighting the following weekend. Same opponent, same weight. Everything stays the same. It's just a week later. So
okay, who else is fighting on this card?
Holly Holm's fighting, right? Yeah, Holly Holm.
Is that Raquel Pennington?
Yeah,
they're running that back.
Yeah.
What a tough matchup for Raquel. I mean, to go out there and go against Holly Holm, and Holly Holm seems to be a world beater.
Those are the two that fighting. I'm not tripping, right?
No, they are.
I know they're both fighting. Are they fighting each other again?
I'm pretty sure that this is their second time fighting. And, you know, Holly Holm is a nightmare for anyone that's not the champion.
Yeah, Raquel Pennington. Dude, do you remember that fight? Who was she fighting? I think wasn't it Joanna? I don't know. Whenever she was fighting, she was getting fucking mauled. Murdered. I don't know. I don't remember who she was fighting. She was just getting absolutely. It was probably Amanda Nunes. I don't know why I said Joanna, but she was getting absolutely mauled, and her corner like kept on sending her back out, and she was like saying like she wanted to stop the fight.
Yeah, that is.
And I don't know. Raquel Pennington's just tough.
She got finished, didn't she?
I think later on. Yeah, I think it was like the last round she ended up getting finished. Yeah.
Yeah. What a nasty like thing to ever happen. Like, I get letting them go out on their shield, but if I you know. If I tell you I don't want to fight, don't make me fight anymore. Granted, hopefully I'm never in a position to where I have to say that. But I mean, a fighter understands. I know when I'm across from someone that's more skilled than I am.
Yeah.
Obviously, since I'm at such a low level, whether it's Zach or Nama, you know, I understand, like, oh, they're getting the best of me, and today's not my day. And over time, you're doing more damage than good. I mean, mentally, I guess if you're like, well, you know, I guess from the coach's perspective, like if we let her quit now, she'll continue to quit when things get tough. But I mean, Amanda Nunes was like a clear like whip in her ass. And we're going into the 5th round. I'm telling you, I don't want to fight. Don't send me out there. There's nothing. There's no miracle that's gonna happen. In my opinion.
It's a weird thing. It is a weird thing. And it's a controversial thing that we've seen a couple different times in MMA, and I don't know. Here, one thing that MMA is just it's different, you know, because it's not the same in boxing. You know, boxing you see people throw in the towel all the time. Like that's a pretty common thing for in boxing. You know, with the exception of like a lot of like high level fights. You know, like main event fights and things like that. Like you're not gonna see the towel thrown in very often, but still, I mean, it's something that's common. Like it's not like when a towel's thrown in, everybody's like, "What the hell? Why would they ever do that?" You know what I mean? It's not something that's questioned.
There's been a couple times in MMA's happened though.
There has been a couple times, but it's not nearly as common in boxing.
No, it's not. It's not.
Like if it happened this weekend on any of the fights, if you saw a towel get thrown in, you would be surprised. Yeah, you'd be shocked.
But my thinking is, you got two evenly matched fighters, which in that moment they weren't evenly matched, going back and forth, and maybe she could edge out a victory, you know. And I know there's always a puncher's chance. I'm not discounting that, but mentally she knew who the better fighter was that night, and she was out of it.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, she got finished, which is even worse.
Yeah.
You were better off because, I mean, I don't know. I guess it would have been better off with the what if scenario. If they would have called the fight, she left him like, well, you never know with the fifth round. No, she knew exactly what's going to happen, and she might have manifested it by going out there because, you know, your mental game is such a big part of the sport, of a part of anything you do.
Yeah.
You can kind of will stuff to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if I go in a fight and I'm like, man, I'm going to get knocked out, guess what? I'm probably going to get knocked out.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Like, that's why I think it's like more situational too. I think it's more, I don't know.
Plus,
I think it depends on the relationship between the fighter and the coach themselves, and what that relationship looks like, and knowing that person. You know what I mean? Like, if
I
so,
understand.
I don't know.
Plus, I think they were friends. I think Amanda and Raquel are friends, and they probably sparred together, and she probably got her ass whipped in sparring, and she's like, all right, nothing's changed. It's no different. I mean, I guess you go out there in the same. I guess the same scenario is kind of like Michael Bisping and GSP. Michael Bisping took that fight, but there were reports after the fight that the way Michael Bisping got beat was the same way that happened in the training room. That GSP always took him down and beat him up. And that's why they believe GSP came back to took that one fight.
I just want to clarify that's what GSP has done to everybody.
No, but it was like a clear like, oh shit, this is a difference. And it was something, and they believe that's why GSP took the fight, because they knew it was quote unquote going to be an easy fight. It wasn't a total easy fight.
Well, okay, hold on, because those are two different things. Because I agree with everything that you just said, but one, GSP's done that with everybody that he's ever fought. Whenever he wrestles them, they look like they don't even belong fighting each other. So that's no shocker. And yeah, I mean, that is a thing. Like they figured like running it back, but it's still, what I'm saying is I think it's a relationship between the coach and the fighter themselves. Like the individual, you still don't know who Raquel Pennington is as a person. You don't know her tendencies. You don't know.
Correct.
You don't know how she mentally breaks things down, or whenever she's mentally empowered or things like that. Her coach, who I would hope is extremely close to her, would know those things.
Right.
And I would really, really hope that he knows her much better than you and I. You know what I mean? So I think it's different per individual thing.
I get that, but this is a different sport. This isn't basketball. This isn't a non-contact sport.
Nobody should be quitting in basketball.
This is.
Nobody should ever quit in basketball.
I mean, I've seen some.
No.
115 to like 15 points.
Yeah, I don't care.
But this is different. Care. A contact sport where you're getting damaged, and this has lifelong effects. This is different. The moment I say I quit, let me out of the cage. I don't care whether you know me or not. You knew I could push through. I'm taking physical damage that you're not taking. If you're my coach, I'm just saying, if you're my coach.
No, I understand
and I'm going in there. I'm getting rocked. Getting hit, getting beat up, getting taken down. And I say, hey Brian, I want out of this. At that moment, I don't want you to be like, no, you need to fight. I don't need to hear some heroic speech. Get me out of that fucking cage, because Raquel's a professional and she's gonna continue to fight. We don't know what effects that has on her with going into all these other fights now. She got finished.
Yeah.
I think that's worse for your psyche.
I don't know.
And obviously I'm not at that level. I haven't even taken my first fight yet, but that's just my opinion. I think from being a sideline spectator, I think if someone wants out of there, get them out of there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You'll have to let me know what you think, like after you get a fight in and everything. What you think?
Look, I'm sure the warrior spirit within me is going to be burning, and I'm sure you'll be like, "Did you want Zach to fight it?" Fuck no. But I mean, that's such I'll be on such a smaller scale, smaller level, and in my mindset, at least this year, I'll take my fight, and I'll see how it goes. But I'm already thinking I'm just going to be one and done.
Yeah.
I've taken enough damage throughout my life in football, whatever, but I mean, I couldn't. You just got to preserve the body. We don't know what long-term effects are going to happen from MMA yet.
Yeah, you get guys like Tito Ortiz.
Yeah. Too. So, yeah. But maybe I could be totally wrong.
I think it's just situational. I think it depends on the relationship between the coach and the fighter.
Right.
I don't know. I can't remember. What did Raquel Pennington say about it afterwards?
I don't remember. I wish you would have asked me.
I think that would be the deciding factor on if it was fucked up or not. You know what I mean? Like, because I could see a situation where they're just like, the fighter's like thankful for them doing it,
right?
Or, whatever the situation may be. I don't know. But yeah, the only time I've ever seen like someone throw in the towel in a fight was the BJ Penn GSP fight. I think that's the only time I've ever seen it.
You know who threw in the fight even though he got finished? And this is something I remember vividly.
Wait, what are you talking about?
In MMA.
Okay. Wait, that finished the fight even though it got finished?
As he was being finished, they threw in the towel.
Okay, who was this?
Nate Diaz. When right before Josh Thompson head kicked him and put him out.
Yeah.
Nick threw in the towel.
Like he wanted to throw in the towel before that, apparently.
Yes.
And like the corner was just like, no.
Right.
Like,
but right before the head kick, there's a video of the towel literally going in the cage.
Yeah.
As Nate's being finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough situation to be in.
So who else is fighting? Is that it?
That's all that I have off the hip, yeah.
Well, when McGregor's on the card, it eclipses any other fight.
That's also the point that I made. Like, it's kind of McGregor has that effect whenever he's on a card where you just go and fucking.
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to any other fighters, but I mean, McGregor's
check out
on the card.
Did you check out the stare down?
Yes, I did.
It was good. It was oddly respectful.
Yeah, I mean, McGregor said it before. He respects Cowboy. Cowboy's putting work. Cowboy should have the respect of every fighter that he goes up against from now on. He's heading towards the end of his career. He has all the records that you could think of. He's an amazing fighter, and not to catch highlight reel victories. There's so many good things you can say about Cowboy.
Yeah.
I think McGregor understands that. He's meeting someone that kind of has a. Some people can kind of argue Cowboy might have a better resume than McGregor. McGregor might have made more money, but Cowboy has a better resume.
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you think wins then? I think we already talked about it.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
Murdered.
Yeah, McGregor puts him away.
I don't think the resume is relevant in this situation.
But
whenever you're talking about like Cerrone's, like as far as him like being a symbol in MMA for sure.
Yeah. Unless Conor didn't do his cardio. He didn't train and then
doubt it. Apparently he quit drinking. Apparently he's been sober.
He needed to. He was slapping old people.
Yeah, well, shit. Yeah.
When you're slapping regular people and you're a UFC fighter.
He wasn't slapping it. He was punching them. He fucking punched an old dude.
Is that proper 12?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
quit
yeah, I
drinking.
mean, when you're at that point,
What does that do for your alcohol sales? When you're sober and you sell whiskey? The fuck?
it's like Sam Jackson's beer. Remember that Chappelle
Hey,
sketch?
don't get high on your own supply, am I right?
Remember that Chappelle sketch?
Wait, which one? Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Jackson might even fight a nigga or two. That's that could be proper 12s.
I like it.
New slogan.
Might
You
fight
might-
an old motherfucker or two.
Nah, I don't know. But I mean, I'm excited to see McGregor back in the cage, and the way he's talking about this being a season for him, and it's exciting knowing that he's going to take more fights this year, more than one.
Yeah, he's talking
And,
about taking as many as possible.
Yeah.
Be cool.
So,
Where does he go? Which direction after this? After he fucking laser beam kills Cerrone.
I don't know if it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight, but I think he puts Cowboy away, and then I think they're going to really gun for that Masvidal or Usman fight, which I don't want to see it.
With Cerrone? Or
No,
with,
no, with McGregor.
McGregor? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, but I mean, I think it's going to happen. I think they're really going to push.
You don't think they're going to try running back with Habib after Tony?
It's 170. It's a different weight class. Habib has a big fight in front of him with Tony. I think Tony's going to give him the most difficult fight. And I actually think Tony could beat him.
Yeah, I think Tony does beat him.
So I mean, you can go through all that, but
One,
McGregor,
that fight has to happen first.
yeah,
Let's not talk about. We can't talk about it. We'll jinx it.
yes, that fight doesn't need to have no injuries, but it's one of those things where McGregor's at 170, especially if he starches Cowboy. You don't think he's gonna be like Masvidal, I'm the baddest motherfucker, or you don't think he's gonna
I
be
think
cutting
that's
a promo?
bad for his health.
Oh, I totally agree,
Yeah.
but I think he has such an ego, especially with Dana White coming out and publicly saying Masvidal's too big for him.
I think Masvidal.
I think that sat with
I don't
him.
think McGregor's that dumb. I don't think he's going for Masvidal.
I think McGregor thinks he could beat any fighter in the UFC, regardless of the weight class.
No.
Regardless of weight class. I think McGregor is that. Believes in himself that much. He has the skills and he's determined to prove.
There's no fucking way. No way.
I bet you if you ask
You
McGregor,
think that in his mind he truly believes that he beats John Jones?
I think he believes he's the baddest motherfucker that ever walked this planet.
I think there's a small part of him that's a realist. It's like, yo, let's be realistic about this.
Yeah, but he would never admit that though.
Not to you or I.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to himself he does.
That game is being a realist sometimes kind of hurts you.
It can hold you back.
Yeah.
And MMA, or sports in general, really.
Yeah.
If you're realistic, like there's possible restrictions and things like that. Fucking start making excuses, counting yourself out.
Yeah.
It's a bad way. Or you can be like McGregor, like you're saying, just be like, fucking, I can murder anybody with my bare hands, no problem.
I mean, but that's what got him to this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Calling out people, and then, before he beat Jose Aldo, if back in the day, if I would have been like, hey, I bet you he sleeps him in like the first round, he'd be like, no way. Jose Aldo? Never. He's done that.
Yeah.
He was Mystic Mac for a reason.
It's crazy how you see, like, I don't know, like successful MMA fighters or champions in general, just like the formula that they took to become who they are. Even like in other sports as well, not just with MMA or like boxing or combat sports in general, but just like in sports across the board, just like, I don't know. There's a particular formula that like each individual follows, and I don't know. It's just interesting to see how people's formulas can be different, but at the same time similar in the sense of like the mindset is like necessary across the board.
Yeah. I mean, what did you think when you went out there against your opponents?
I think the mindset was a huge difference in a lot of my fights, for sure. In my fights, like my first two fights, they like went to decision that were that really could have gone well. The first one, yeah, I don't know. There were two decisions, and there were bad situations I was in, and mindset was a big part of that. I think it was probably like the biggest part of it was just like both fear of of damage that could be done, of getting hurt, and then yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's pretty much it for the most part. But yeah, that's definitely a factor. It's like something that like sits in the back of your mind. Now, towards the end, like my last two fights, like the finishes, those were like I was like at ease with everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because my first two fights were fucking wars, 3-round fucking with the whole. It were throwing straight wars. So like the second two, I was just like, all right, I've already fucking swung for the fences.
Yeah.
In the last two, there's nothing that's about to happen that I'm just gonna be like, well, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way. So like at once I got past that, like that mental barrier, that's when I felt, I don't know, that's whenever I felt comfortable.
Okay.
Like before that, I didn't feel comfortable. But yeah, there's definitely a mentality piece of things. That was huge for me, for sure.
Right.
And that was a competition in general too, I think, actually. Because like after that, jiu-jitsu tournaments were different. And I don't know if that's because like I fought or if it was because I got past like that mental barrier for myself. But yeah. Then like after that, like jiu-jitsu tournaments, I just like didn't even give a fuck. I was just like, psh, all right.
Well, I mean, I think you faced the ultimate danger with like hands, feet, and grappling. And I think you going back into the jiu-jitsu competition, you're like, all right, all I have to do is worry about him, strangling me.
Yeah. Well, that was like the last jiu-jitsu tournament I did. It was one of the guys that I fought. And that was just one of the guys I went into a 3-round war with.
Yeah.
So it was like whenever I saw him, it was the exact opposite of what I felt like. Like the anxiety I felt before our fight. Like before the fight, I just felt anxious. And it wasn't like I thought the fight was going to go any particular way or anything. I just knew that there were possibilities that the fight could go a certain way. And yeah, I mean, the jiu-jitsu tournament was like way different. I was just like, all right, motherfucker, eat your face. But again, that's a different atmosphere too. It's not like we're
totally
fighting
different.
to get way different things. So, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. There's mental's everything in all sports. All sports.
Yeah.
Not even fucking MMA, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm no expert on other sports. I'm no expert on MMA either, but
yeah. Just opinionated folks.
Yeah. What do you think? How do you think your mindset's going to be whenever you take your first fight? How do you think that's going to go for you?
I think I need to take it personal. I think I don't want to go in there angry or anything, but there's so many different philosophies and avenues I can go down. I think I need to hype myself up and kind of understand that he's trying to hurt me, which I know it sounds like redundant. It's like, no shit, he's trying to hurt you. But, I don't want to go into lackadaisical and like, I want to respect my opponent, but I think I want that Diaz mindset where it's like, I need to build some kind of beef with the guy. Not publicly or anything. I don't think I need to like go and shove him or anything. We're both amateurs and I'm 0-0 and, my opponent will be whatever his record is. But I understand if I don't take it serious and I'm not kind of hyped up, there's a very possibility I go in there too calm and maybe my right hand slips below my chin and I get caught, or I get put on my back and, I accept my fate, and I don't want to do that.
Is that what you're worried about, is getting fucking knocked out in a fight? Is that like your biggest concern?
No. My biggest concern is not performing to the best of my abilities and kind of defeating myself. Getting knocked out or getting submitted, if it happens, it happens. But if I got, if I went out there and gave a poor performance, because I think, especially at this level, it's a puncher's chance. It's amateurs. Anything can go wild. I can go in there and start windmilling punches.
Yeah.
You
will.
But if I went out there and got knocked out and I just didn't give my best, that would haunt me for the rest of my life. But if I went out there, we were scrapping, taking each other down and getting up and putting each other in attempts and submission attempts, and, I just get caught. I get caught.
You know what? I had a huge fear that I would get in a position where I was just getting fucking ground and pounded and wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Very
Like, my
possible.
first fight, that was my biggest concern. I was like, dude, I just cannot get taken down and put into a position where I can't get up and I can't stop this dude from hitting me.
Yeah.
It's my biggest concern. And then I fought a dude that was 6'4" and did not want to go to the ground in any way, shape, or form. And I was taking him down.
You know, I joke a lot about my wrestling, but I mean, I'm not ruling that shit out. If I could put someone on their back, I'm not ruling that out.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. That was my thing. Like, whenever I fought, like, I don't know. That's like the best position for me. In my mind, like, if you're in an MMA fight, like, that's one of the best positions you can be in, with you on top, them on bottom. The only time that's a bad position is if you have zero wrestling and they have a ton of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like, then you're fucked. But I mean, at the end, I don't know. Like, even like if you have a wrestling background, like, you have an idea of how to ground and pound.
Yeah.
You know good positioning on top. Like, that's ingrained in you. And you know how to, like, past that, you can figure out how to expose their face to where you can punch them in the face and free up an arm, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. That's, like, the best position in my mind to be in. Like, if you're in an MMA fight, you're on top, they're on bottom, on the mat.
The cool thing and the scary thing about it is that a lot of people want to come out and support me. And I appreciate that, and I love it. But I think the more support I have, I don't know if that's going to help me or not.
You think that nerves will kick in?
I think nerves will kick in, and it's like, at some point, right now, talking to you, I'm not worried about getting knocked out or getting submitted. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I think if I had, like, 25 people screaming, like, you know, my biggest fear, and Nick handled it perfectly. But when one of the moms from Glory, wonderful lady, Rachel, was screaming at him, and he was on like belly down, and she's like, "Get up, Nick, get up!" But she was like serious, and she meant it. My fear is that I'm gonna be in a bad position,
and someone like hear someone's voice and just be like, "Oh no!"
Be like, I can't get up.
I can't get up. Yeah. That, I mean, I think that goes along with what I was saying. Like, just being in a position where you can't, where you're powerless. You know,
Yeah.
like, fuck, you're just screwed. You just gotta wait for the ref to save your life.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
If I get knocked out, I don't want to get put to sleep though.
What does that mean?
Just like,
if you get knocked out, you get knocked out. You don't want to get put to sleep though.
I don't want to get submitted. Like, I don't want to like.
Okay, you don't want to get choked out.
I don't want to get choked out just because I refuse to tap.
Fucking.
There's so many things that can happen. Look, I'm gonna go out there and do my best. Hopefully, whip someone's
Gotta go
ass.
out on your sword, bro. Don't
Whip
tap.
someone's ass. Oh my
Fucking
god, that's none the worst thing is when someone has a rear naked choke and they just refuse to tap and it's locked in and they just
don't fucking
like that Holly Holm when she had choked up on Misha Tate.
Dude, that was wild, right? She started punching air.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I'm saying I don't want that.
Nobody wants that.
I don't want that.
That Tyler Trout treatment.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to go out there, perform to my best. You know, touch him up a little bit, peel his cap back maybe, and get the W.
All right. Well, we gotta schedule that first.
So yeah, no, I think
talk about it until it's scheduled.
Yeah,
Sucker.
Zach's out there looking for a fight right now, and
he's looking for one for you.
Yeah, he talked to me the other night.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
All the anxiety started coming, and I was like, "Ugh."
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Shit's real. All right. Well, what else we got going on, Doug?
These fights this weekend, we can switch it up a little bit, talk about something else
Hell
that
yeah.
I want to get to. We stop and go. I finally saw that damn documentary.
Look, these motherfuckers don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, so Brian, for the past probably month now.
I didn't talk about it on here, right? Yeah, I didn't talk about it.
Okay, so explain it first, because I don't want to spoil anything. 'Cause I think it's a documentary. If you're listening to this podcast,
it's a docuseries.
I think you should definitely watch it.
It's three episodes. It's what's it called? Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's on Netflix. It's about this dude that fucking kills two cats and posts a video of it on I guess Facebook. I don't know, some sort of posts it on the internet, and it like went viral, and motherfuckers got mad.
Yeah, people are passionate over animals.
Bro, they were upset.
Like,
which, granted, I mean, it was upset. They didn't show it, but
I was so afraid they were going to show the video.
Didn't they give you like so much anxiety watching that? Like thinking that like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was sitting there with my lady and we were like, this is going to ruin our week.
Yeah.
If they show this video.
Yeah. Yes.
But thankfully they don't show the video, but he's murdering cats.
Yeah.
Murdering cats. And,
yeah.
And he's a sicko about it.
Yeah. I mean, he puts him in I don't even want to say it. It's so weird to say.
He puts him in a
he puts him in a fucking vacuum seal bag and sucks all the air out with a vacuum. It's so weird.
And then he like plays with the cats after it too. Yeah, it's disgusting. So, but it's a documentary about basically a group of civilians, regular normal people, not cops or anything, at the beginning, that come together to try to track this killer down, and he ends up kind of like feeding off of it. He ends up like
it becomes like an internet thing where he's like, these motherfuckers are trying to figure out where he's at, and he keeps posting updates and he keeps fucking killing cats.
Yeah, he's taking pleasure in it though, and he feels like obviously it's a sociopath that's very vain and gets caught up in his own, like, he wants to be infamous ultimately, and he loves himself more than anyone else, and he's just a sicko. And it's very, very interesting, very, very, like, if you have time to watch it, it's like 3 hours long.
I told you, aren't you glad I recommended it? Because like once you start watching it, like I got 20 minutes in.
You're off camera.
Oh, my bad. I'm back in. Sorry. I got 20 minutes in and I was just like, yo, there's no way this gets crazier. And then I saw that it was like a 3-part series and I was like, oh my God, I'm only 20 minutes in? What the fuck?
I'm going to watch my vocabulary here because I want to be articulate when I say these things.
All
Will
right.
I sound too ignorant?
Oh, I can't.
It is crazy that serial killers are normally like skinny white guys. Like, I feel like a lot of times, I'm not saying they're all skinny white guys, but this killer, that they are like these bantamweight fighters that are like,
that is true.
Just like they're never like, I picture like a murderer or
same
killer.
with the school shootings too. Like it's all like that type of kid too.
But when I think of a murderer, a killer, or what, I think of like a big dude that like you're
fucking
just helpless.
Jason.
Yeah, you're just helpless.
Monster.
Helpless. And he can strangle you, he can stab you, he can do whatever he wants to you, and because he's so physically massive, there's nothing you can do.
Those are the good guys.
But normally it's like these skinny, I guess some people call them good looking, like crazy white guys.
What are you trying to say, Keith?
Not saying that, I'm just, it's shocking. Because if I think I'm going to go out, if you found out I was murdered, I want my murderer, this is so sick, I want my murderer to be like, oh, well, your Keith died, right? And it's like, yeah, Keith died. Who killed him? Oh my God, this kid. He was a 2-time All-American wrestler, black belt in Taekwondo, Judo, black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He needs to have a resume to murder me. He was on the amateur circuit, undefeated, got a couple professional fights, knocked those guys out.
So wait, you would be hold up.
Tested for PEDs.
So wait, that's what you're upset about?
No, no.
Like you're just saying, like if you get murdered, it better not be some scrawny white dude.
It better not be someone that weighs 135 pounds.
Well, I mean, look at their victims, though, dude. They're not murdering dudes that are twice their size.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. You're good. I think you're good.
I just want to.
I don't think you need to worry about them killing you, bro.
I want my killer to have a resume.
Okay.
Something that you're like, oh, that's why he died.
Okay. Well, I hope that I don't get murdered. So there's
we can go that route too.
There's that. Yeah, that's also an option. I'm gonna.
But
go
in
with that
fantasy world,
one. In
Keith
fantasy
McMillan gets
world.
murdered. The police report would say they fought to the death. It was down to the last punch. And the guy capitalized and killed Keith. But that guy will never be the same again. Even when we lock him up for life, he will never be the same because of the traumatic events that Keith put him through.
Difference between your story and the difference between the way you died and I died. There was only one guy for you. There was 3 for me. I killed 2 of them. There was only 1 left. Right. I won 2-1. I got 2 of them. They got 1 of me. I won.
There we go. See,
there it is. That's how I get murdered in my fantasy world. I take 2 out with me on the way. Yeah. God. I'm going with it. Do you want to punch me right now?
No. You, that was wonderful.
Yeah, that's how I'd go out right there. But yeah.
We can't spoil the damn... Because there's certain things I want to say about the documentary, but I guess we shouldn't spoil.
Well, you already started getting into that, actually. Because I didn't say anything spoiling. You did.
Okay, so I'll just keep going. The mother blew my mind.
Okay. Well, we'll have to like put a little segment, like if you want to miss the spoiler, skip like this much in.
Right. I'll
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll put it like.
Will you make that happen?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it. Do it at this point right here. Ready? Whoa! Whenever I do that, that's where it goes. All right.
But the mother blew my mind. The mother believing that her son was innocent is like was scary, and I guess what was I expecting her to do? Be like, oh my son's a killer, but it's like the evidence was against him.
Yeah,
and the way they like put it together at the end, and like the gift of like the basic instinct, and then understanding that he was basically playing that role was amazing. That's what like was like, holy shit. Yeah, this guy is just a psycho.
Yeah,
who was too easily influenced by a movie because he so badly wanted to be popular or famous.
Yeah.
So, you're off camera.
How much fucking time did those guys have on their hands to fucking track this dude down as much as they did? That's what they did. Yeah. That was their hobby. That's what they did in their spare time. They would fucking watch cat killing videos and try and figure out where this guy is and be on message boards and fucking Reddit posts and trying to find the cat
analyzing
killer.
Photos.
That's what they do.
Breaking down frame by frame.
Yeah.
Trying to making a
Could you imagine being like that obsessed over something?
No, never. I mean, thankfully they were though.
To where you get into it like in that much detail?
Thankfully they were.
But here's my question though. What if they weren't? What if he got no attention? What happens?
He probably would have killed a couple more people, but I mean, but do you think the way they were so obsessed with him provoked him to continue being this murderer? Because what he essentially was seeking was publicity. And they kind of gave him that.
Well, and that's what I was just getting at by asking that. Yeah, I mean, regardless, it's a factor. But what I'm saying is, yeah, without them, would the same result have happened?
Yes, because his patterns.
He's a fucking nut job, and he's killing animals.
Yeah, he's killing animals.
Like 9 times out of 10, if you're killing animals, you're a sick fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
I mean, we found out
unless you're like a fucking farmer, you know, who like raises cattle and sells meat. You're a butcher.
Yeah.
Like that's the only time that's acceptable. Past that, you can't be killing animals.
Yeah, no, I think,
especially not for post a video of it and do it like in the most crafty way that you fucking can figure out.
Yeah, that was sick. But then he found out he was just recreating scenes. So he had some thought into it. It wasn't like he was just...
But that was after he was getting attention.
Yeah.
That was after he was getting attention.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like, do you think that all of that would have happened had he not gotten attention? You think it would have kept on escalating, or you think it would have been like, well, that didn't fucking work. Let's go back to killing some cats. I'll just do that on the solo.
Yeah, probably.
Figure out a different avenue.
I hate to say it, but yeah, I think if he didn't get that much publicity, I think definitely probably just was stuck with killing animals.
He probably would have just like taken a different avenue altogether, though. Like done something else, but just different altogether.
This is the last thing I say about it. You know who I really wish they would have found though? Who was the sick fucker that filmed it?
Oh, I think he just set up. Well,
No, because there was a different hand.
Yeah, the first time he had someone.
The first time, not every time, but the first time, there was someone that filmed it.
You
so
know what's fucked up is I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That's
so I would wish they could have found that sick fuck too.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And spoiler. Haha. There's a spoiler. Do that.
All right.
So yeah, watch that.
Yeah, watch that. Don't Fuck with Cats on Netflix.
Shit, it was good. Yeah. What else you got going on, man? Anything else crazy happening?
Just kind of figuring out what the hell I want to do with with my life. I've been looking at all these. So I've been doing this thing. We talked about this actually a lot. So I'll make it brief. But I need to start putting action to everything that I've been studying. Photography, comedy, whatever I'm studying, everything from now on is all about action.
Yeah.
So same way with losing weight, because I've been obsessed with like watching tutorial videos. I just like watching them.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
It's cool just knowing shit.
I can't understand like how you watch a tutorial for something that's not relevant in that moment.
It's just cool. I just have like a weird obsession with it. Even if it was like, just a tutorial. I like watching tutorials. I like believing that I'm going to absorb this information and keep it with me for the rest of the life. Even though once the video's over, it's gone.
Which, by the way, this will be fun. I saw a butterfly guard tutorial the other day that Clay sent me. Clay, don't agree with that butterfly guard tutorial. If you're watching this, we'll talk about
Clay
it.
Doesn't watch.
We'll see, motherfucker. We'll see.
But yeah.
Tag him in this shit.
Who taught it?
Doesn't matter. It's not relevant.
It does matter. It does make it relevant.
It's not. No.
Who taught it?
No.
Who was the guy?
No.
Was it John Donahue?
No.
Was it fucking Keenan Cornelius?
No.
Was it Jocko?
No.
Was it fucking Eddie
No.
Bravo?
No, it doesn't
Come
matter.
on, give me.
Here's the thing. So I have to show you. I'll show you.
Tell me the name.
It's literally irrelevant. I don't know who it was.
Was it a Gracie?
No, it's irrelevant. I don't know who it was.
God.
It's literally fucking irrelevant.
So what makes the video not? What do you disagree with from the butterfly guard that he was trying to teach?
I would literally have to take you out on the mat and show you exactly what it was.
Okay.
I can show you whenever we're done recording, but we're not going to stop recording right this moment so that way I can show you.
Clay,
that was just supposed to be like a little fun thing I was throwing out.
What was this whole game with the butterfly guard?
It was just like a detail in the butterfly guard that I do not agree with. I don't think that it works. It was like a way that you like set it up and like sit in with your foot and everything.
Okay.
And I can show you once we're done here, but it's really
I'll
really
take your
hard to
word. I
explain.
just was trying to give the viewers a little more detail.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to throw something out there.
Okay.
That was it. Dove in there a little bit on me.
I love the way everyone's game's evolving in jiu-jitsu, and at some point, I'm excited to test myself again.
When do you think that'll be?
I don't know. I'd rather fight before I take another jiu-jitsu competition. Look, I just want to be honest. My arm has not been the fucking same since that competition.
Really?
It is not the same.
What does that mean?
My elbow is it's bad, man.
Like what happened?
So
well, I know what happened
in my last,
there, but
well,
I'm
don't
saying
know.
like what.
So my last match, I got submitted by armbar, triangle to armbar, and he really yanked on it, and I tapped immediately. I was in so much pain, and I really couldn't move it that first day. Second day, I was kind of okay. Then like a week later, I took time off here to kind of heal it. But even like when I pop it, when I jab or anything, it just doesn't feel right. It hurts. I'm in pain every single day. So I just need to get that checked out.
All right. So when are you going?
Next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah. I think by May I will be full competitor mode. I think I'll have the weight that I need to have off of me. I'll be walking around it for a while. I'll be ready to fight, and then I'll take my competitions. Whatever is more. I will go local though. I know the guys are probably gonna get together and go out to Texas.
Yeah.
For Grappling Industries, the big event. I won't do that, but the next local event, I'll look and see what I can get myself into.
But you want to do a fight before that?
Well, I don't want to wait a whole nother year before I fight.
Yeah.
So I think by May, I'll have the weight off that I need, and I'll be walking around seeing how comfortable I am at that weight, and then I'll be able to fight.
How much do you weigh right now? Have you gained any weight?
Yeah, I put on like 3 pounds.
Okay. It's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy. So, I need to be at 205 to fight. Zach wants me to walk around at 205, and so I don't have to worry about cutting any weight. And I like that idea, so all I need to
or get down to 205 and then cut to 185.
That's intense.
Let's cut it up. Let's go.
Just cut 20 pounds.
Cut it.
Nah.
Cut it. You need to cut it. Ugh. That sucks. No, you don't ever want to cut weight.
No, so I'm just at that point to where, like I said, I think by May, I'll have the weight off of me. If I get it sooner, I'll have it sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, you'll have to let us know what the doctor says. What does it feel like? What do you mean? I don't know what it hasn't been the same means. Like, you feel like, what does it feel like? Like, anytime you extend it, is it the muscle in your bicep?
Anytime I extend it in my elbow, I'm in pain.
And you think it's like the bone or tendons or what do you
Tendons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Right.
When's the next time you're rolling?
Bro, you can't. You trust me. Trust me.
I was just wondering.
My defense has gone to another level after that competition. You know, the competition makes you better. It made me better.
I need you to go to a morning class and roll with Bill for me sometime.
Okay.
Bill's like one of my favorite guys to roll
with. You must not like him that much.
Okay. Bill's one of my favorite guys to roll with because I just like to fuck with him the entire time. Like, he'll just be like, "Hey, I'm working on my bottom half guard," or he'll be like, "I'm working on my bottom half guard. Can you let me play bottom half guard?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, no problem." And I'll fucking just dive in and pull bottom half guard. And he's just like, "Motherfucker," and I'm like, "Yeah, no.
Bill."
Yeah,
it's a long 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, he makes it a long 5 minutes.
I'm saying with me.
Oh, yeah, we did 7 minutes today. He wasn't having it.
Even worse.
That morning crew, we do 7-minute rounds. Where you at?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, y'all some tough guys.
Show up.
I went 7 minutes today.
You went 7 minutes.
Yeah, last round.
Last round was 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. So you guys did all 5-minute rounds and then 7-minute round.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who's your seventh?
Josh Baker.
Josh Baker. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Jiu-jitsu. Well, they were sparring tonight too, so I didn't.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's it for me, man. Putting stuff to action this year, all about action.
Yeah. Getting the ball rolling.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Got the game plan though.
Yeah. I have enough fucking tutorials in my mind that I just need to put to action and fail.
It just blows my mind though, the tutorial thing.
I'm sure there's someone out there that likes to watch tutorial videos. Sometimes it's cool how to fix a doorknob, how to fix a doorknob.
Yeah, you're telling me like that's the kind of tutorials you'll watch?
No, I mean it's all been photography, but I will.
How to fix a doorknob? That's necessary if you have a broken doorknob.
I bet you it's more common than you think. I'm sure there's someone out there that watches tutorial videos just to like. It's interesting to see how they fix it, or to see how they what their process is. For me, I watch a lot of photography, and I think it's cool to learn how they shoot certain filters and how they set up certain shots and what they're looking for. I like to see someone's mindset.
Okay, so that's what it is, though. You're interested in photography videos, not necessarily tutorials. You're interested in photography tutorial. That's different. If you're interested in photography, I'm over here thinking you're like watching like how to change an oil on a 2007 Hyundai. You know what I mean?
guess I was specific.
That's what I thought. I'm like, why the fuck are you watching these irrelevant ass videos?
Yeah.
That's
I try to watch stuff, but the big thing about me is that for the past like 3 or 4 months, I've been watching all these photography tutorials, and I've shot maybe like 3 or 4 times. All the cool special effects and stuff that I've watched, I haven't put to use yet. So it's all about action from now on.
All right, man.
All right.
I thought you were about to pull up some.
No, I wouldn't do that, guys. We need to
damn. I was like, interesting.
We're done. We're getting out of here.
We rolling?
We're rolling.
All right, let's wrap it up. We got John coming in next week.
I'm done hearing about John. When John is like our Khabib.
I was just about to say that.
I feel like for the past like 4 episodes, you've been
Here's the thing.
I gave the busy man. He's working. He's busting his ass.
Yeah.
Awesome fighter.
Yeah.
Nothing against you. I feel like with you though, we've been promoting it, and it just hasn't happened.
Tuesday, he's gonna be here.
Okay.
Unless he gets his teeth pulled on Monday, which he's not expecting.
We're not talking about John. If John doesn't do this next episode, I don't want to hear anything about him coming on.
He'll be here Tuesday, guys.
Awesome.
Unless his teeth get pulled.
Oh, God. All right, guys.
We'll see you guys next time. Love, peace, chicken grease with John.
Bye.
His teeth get pulled. That's for real what he told me, though.
Oh, I know, but the past like 4 episodes we've been
I know. Fuck it.
We've been like, hey, John's about to come on. Hey, next week, John's is happening.